Harris Ranch beef offers consumers a rich source of wholesome nutrition and contributes to a well-balanced and healthy diet. Beef is often unfairly criticized as unhealthy, but it provides nutrients vital to brain, heart, and digestive function. Just one serving of nutrient-dense Harris Ranch beef contains B-complex vitamins, niacin, selenium, and essential amino acids. Beef also contains phosphorus to help build strong teeth and bones, iron to aid in cognitive development and prevent fatigue, and zinc to help boost immunities and heal wounds.
Beef is very nutrient dense. Not only does it have 10 essential amino acids in it, which basically mean you have to eat those in your food in order to get those into your body. Your body can't make those themselves. Includes zinc, it includes iron, it includes magnesium, selenium, and a whole bunch of other minor ones. It's basically nature's most delicious multivitamin.
A consumer would have to eat 13.5 servings of salmon to get the same amount of zinc, and more than 10 cups of raw broccoli to equal the level of iron in beef. In addition, a 3-ounce serving of beef contains approximately 25 grams of muscle-building protein, nearly half the daily recommended value. Complete proteins from animal-sourced foods provide all the essential amino acids our bodies need. A comparable portion of protein would take 2 whole cups of yogurt, 3 cups of cooked quinoa, 3.5 cups of black beans, 4 cups of soy milk, or 95 peanuts, which contain nearly 600 calories and 50 grams of fat.
It's very beneficial for women because of its high iron content, and anytime what iron is responsible for in the body is it's responsible for your blood carrying oxygen to the other parts of your body, and women tend to be lower in iron than men do, especially women of reproductive age, so they need to have that extra iron in their diets in order to be healthy and to avoid being anemic.
Fears that beef contain unhealthy fat are unfounded. Half the fat in Harris Ranch beef is monounsaturated, the same highly praised, heart-healthy fat found in olive oil and avocados. Red meat contributes a mere 7% of solid fat to a diet, while cereals contribute approximately 40%. All lean beef cuts have less than 10 grams of total fat, 4.5 grams or less of saturated fat, and less than 95 milligrams of cholesterol per 3.5-ounce cooked serving. When comparing 3-ounce servings of ground beef to ground turkey when both are a blend of 93% lean and 7% fat, ground beef has less calories, less total fat, and less cholesterol, with higher levels of protein, iron, zinc, vitamin B12, and selenium.
I think that the go-to heart-healthy protein that a lot of people think is boneless, skinless chicken. But when you're looking at beef, there are actually 29 lean cuts that have about the same amount of fat as boneless, skinless chicken. And so those people who really like beef don't necessarily have to just be eating chicken in order to be heart healthy. A lot of people might be surprised to know when I'm talking about the 29 lean cuts that actually 17 of the most popular cuts that you find in the grocery store and the restaurants are actually included in those 29 lean cuts. We're talking top sirloin. Any type of loin is a very lean cut of meat. It's a muscle that's well used by the animal. Anything that has the word round in it is also going to be a lean cut of meat. So when we're talking about some of our stew meats and some of our meats that would be feeding at home to our families and getting a good quality meat for a very reasonable price, it is a lean cut of beef. So not only can you be having that lean beef in the home that you're getting from the grocery store, but it's also a lot of the beef that you see on the menus. Even T-bone is included in the 29 lean cuts of beef, and I know that's a big popular one.
A skinless chicken thigh has more fat than 19 different lean cuts of beef.
When you're talking about fats, you're talking about basically 2 different types of fats, saturated versus unsaturated. The saturated fats being the less healthy types of fats, and the unsaturated fats being the healthy types of fats like fish oil, vegetable oil, olive oil. I think that the misconception is that beef has a very high percentage of saturated fats. It does contain saturated fats like all animal proteins do, but actually over 50% of the fat found in beef is an unsaturated source, which means that it's heart healthy, just like olive oil, fish oil, nuts, and vegetable oil. The other part of the fat that is the saturated fat, of that, a third of it is actually stearic acid, which has a negligible effect on your blood lipid levels. So really, you're talking about 25% of the fat found in beef being from that saturated source.
Speculation that increased beef consumption has led to the growing obesity population in the United States is not supported by facts. The number of calories attributed to meat consumption has increased by just 19 calories a day over a period of nearly 4 decades.
Red meat being the part of the problem of obesity in this country is actually a myth, because when you're looking at how nutrient dense beef is, you're talking about eating a smaller portion and getting more nutrients than some of the other cuts of protein. So a smaller portion means fewer calories. So it's actually a good way to cut calories, therefore avoiding weight gain and overweight and obesity.
One 3-ounce serving of Harris Ranch beef provides 154 calories, a number representing just 7% of the government's daily recommendation of 2,000 calories.
There is a new study that was just completed at Pennsylvania State University and published just the winter of this year. And what it addresses is it compares the DASH diet to what's called the Beef in an Optimal Lean Diet, which stands for BOLD. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. And they compared the two diets. Now, the BOLD diet, or the Beef in an Optimal Lean Diet, included either 4 ounces or 5.4 ounces of red meat a day. DASH diet, which has been used as the gold standard by healthcare professionals for the past 30 years, somehow has been translated to exclude red meat. The DASH diet stresses fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean meats, but the translation of what healthcare professionals are actually out there teaching their patients is to not eat red meat. So they compared the DASH diet and the BOLD diet, and what they found was that the people who were consuming the 4 ounces or the 5.4 ounces of red meat daily had the same lowered cholesterol as those following the DASH diet. But what's even more interesting is that the people that were eating 5.4 ounces of red meat a day had a lower effect on their LDL cholesterols, which is their bad cholesterols. And I think that's pretty remarkable. So that really shows that you can have red meat daily if you'd like to and still follow a very heart-healthy diet.
At Harris Ranch, we strive to produce beef using the highest industry standards in sustainability, animal welfare, food safety, and product quality. We're proud to offer consumers a California-grown powerhouse of nutrition.